On ATV News, we'll show you how some students are putting the agriculture back into being an Aggie. The main strip bulls may be getting put out to pasture. We'll let you know their fate. How to get extra help with your science papers.
Kent Myers is more than a backup quarterback. He's also a record breaker. Find out which record he smashed in sports.
Here at USU's dairy farm, we're talking butter. Could it be the next bacon?
All that, weather, and more. This is ATV News.
Welcome to ATV News. I'm David Matthew Stewart.
And I'm Jamie Sun.
A domestic dispute call is now an ongoing manhunt for 31-year-old Ryan Joe. Authorities say Joe was arguing with his ex-girlfriend at Blacktop Condos when he hit her over the head with a gun, which then fired. Joe took off through the complex, and the Logan Police Department called in SWAT for more bodies to set up a perimeter. A canine unit searched around the condos but weren't able to find him. The victim was treated at the scene for her injuries and will recover. But as for Joe, he's considered to be armed and dangerous.
We are concerned about the public safety right now. We're concerned about his safety as well, and we'd like to just get him into custody as soon as we can.
Joe has criminal history, but nothing related to domestic disturbances.
3 new members of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles for the LDS Church were called this last weekend. They replaced those who died since the last conference in April. Elders Ronald A. Rasmond, Gary E. Stevenson, and Dale E. Runland were named as the 3 newest members of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. They were sustained in the afternoon session of General Conference.
These are men dedicated to the work of the Lord. They are well qualified to fill the important positions to which they've been called.
Gary Stevenson is a Cache Valley resident and USU alum. These 3 new apostles will speak at the next General Conference in April.
If you like butter, get prepared to spend more for it. Our Caroline Liston is live in the cafe to tell us what an increase in butter prices could mean for you. Caroline.
Thanks, David. So I'm here at Luke's Cafe where they get their pastries from the USU bakery, and they're actually using butter to make those pastries, and McDonald's is recently doing the same. They switched over from using liquid margarine to butter in their breakfast menu, and economists say this is one reason why the prices are high. I went to the Kane Dairy Farm to get the scoop.
We come in, we do a pre-dip with iodine, then we wipe them off, put the milkers on. When the milkers come off, we do a post-dip with iodine as well.
This equipment is automatic and scientific.
The more protein, better for cheese. The more fat, the better for butter.
But the price for milk is not.
It has cost more to produce milk in recent months than what we get paid, so maybe that will help us smooth out the valleys a little bit.
Now, the price of butter is up from $15 per 100 pounds to $16.50.
Great. I'm happy that butter is going up.
So things will be a little busier around here.
Whenever we make a little money, we milk more cows, we produce more milk.
While this milk goes towards making cheese and ice cream, if butter prices rise high enough, it could change.
Whatever product is selling the best, that's what we try to make.
People are going to buy a lot, but
Agricultural economists say dairy sells on an international market. If other countries produce more butter, prices will even out.
For the consumers, we'll have to pay out a little bit more, especially now that the holiday seasons are coming, Thanksgiving, etc. But then it will damp.
So when things get busier in the butter aisle, if the cows can keep up, prices won't go up much.
I think more and more people are using and will use butter, and as that becomes available in fast food markets, especially for breakfast. That can only be good for the dairy industry.
Although some economists expect that the prices are going to mellow out, if you go to the grocery store, you can expect to spend anywhere from $3.50 to $5 a pound on butter. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Caroline. If you'd like to know more about butter prices, Caroline's posted more information on our Facebook page.
You know those painted bowls on Main Street? They could be in danger of getting rounded up. ATV's Misty Inglet went out to see if the bowls are sticking around and how the community is reacting.
They're really fun. They're just something fun to look at.
Whether it's the painted design of M&Ms and music or the white bowl of Intermountain Healthcare, these statues have lined Main Street for years, and some people think they belong there.
I think it adds a fun, unique flair to downtown Logan.
I think it's fantastic whenever I drive downtown in Logan to see them. As a former alumni, I take great pride in seeing them there.
But now, the city says the bowls don't fit with its vision of revitalizing downtown Logan, so it's time for them to go. The city originally voted to move the bowls in September, but now it's October, and the bowls are still standing. Though Mayor Peterson declined an interview, he did say, "The bowls are staying. End of story," close quote. So for now, the bowls will remain on Main. And the Bulls aren't the only ones who are happy about that.
I like seeing them there. I think it's a good thing for a hometown school to have their mascot displayed on Main Street.
I think they should stay permanently and not be worrying about such a little matter. They've got them here in the first place. I'll let them stay.
So they keep them. Does that make you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy them in.
Much like this half Utah State, half Logan High Bowl, the idea behind the project, called Aggie Stampede, was to bring USU and the community together. For now, this herd will not be driven out of downtown. Misty Inglet, ATV News.
We'll keep you posted if the city considers removing them again.
Coming up, a posse of cyclists pedaled downtown to Municipal Hall. We'll show you why they piled in and if the party paid off.
Do you struggle with science? We'll show you how to get help.
Scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day, more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Today, one...
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Being on the road's dangerous, but USU's Open Streets Festival cleared Aggie Boulevard for 3 hours of car-free fun yesterday. Skateboarders showed off their skills where cars usually drive. This is the 3rd annual Utah State University's Open Streets Festival, and it made some people park their cars to enjoy the street without any traffic. The road was filled with people playing games much bigger than they usually are, live music, kids' mini parade, and different kinds of sports from skateboarding, rock climbing, to jump roping.
Around 20 cyclists from all over campus met up at the Open Streets Festival and rode their bikes to the City Council meeting in downtown Logan.
Motion carries.
That's Logan City's council chamber erupting with excitement as a measure to formalize the proposed bicycle and pedestrian master plan passed unanimously. Students and faculty encouraged council members to adopt a plan creating a better infrastructure for both cyclists and pedestrians. They wanted to show their support for USU's collaboration with Logan City for a plan that's been 2 years in the making.
I'm proud to be in a city that would pass a plan that this progressive and make cycling that much easier.
Over the next 2 years, you can look forward to a safer crosswalks for pedestrians, buffered bike lanes for those on wheels, and more.
If you're a science major, the English Writing Center now offers tutoring especially for you. Our Christopher Campbell went there to show how it can help.
So, I mean, that, and what we talked about today, that's just an option. You can explore other things for sure.
Sydney Horrocks is giving this USU student advice on researching for an upcoming paper.
Like depression and anxiety.
A responsibility he has as tutor at the English Writing Center.
We can help with any stage of the writing process. If somebody comes in here and they have no idea what they're going to write, we can brainstorm, we can pre-write, but we can also work with a finished paper and help to refine the argument.
For people studying the sciences, writing a lab report is different from an English essay. To accommodate these students, the Writing Center now has specialized tutoring sessions.
So what specifically did you want to work on today?
This tutor is helping this student at the new Science Writing Center, where she can help out with lab reports. One coordinator says the tutors can help students learn in areas science professors may not want to teach.
I think a lot of them expect the students to know how to write a good lab report, to know how to put their research together, and they don't have time to give them a writing lesson.
Aside from this one tutoring session, the room was quiet the rest of the time I was there.
It seems like we were really able to help the students who came in, but the big challenge is getting more students.
Christopher Campbell, ATV News.
The Science Writing Center is open Monday through Thursday from 5 to 7 at night in the STEM Center.
Anthropology students at Utah State University are planning where in the world to take the kids next. On Saturday, families visited the Museum of Anthropology in Old Main. The event teaches parents and kids about different parts of the world on the first Saturday of each month. The event is completely student-run. Volunteers also help lead tours and activities for the children in attendance. The faculty believes the event provides just as much value to students in the program as it does for the families who come to learn.
It's just a fantastic way to come support our students, come see what they're doing, see sort of these amazing projects that they put together in pursuit of their career in museums.
For more information on the museum's next event, you can visit our Facebook page.
When we come back, our Caroline Liston will have our weather report.
The current temperature in Logan is 67 degrees.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Welcome back. So Caroline, I wore my sunglasses up the hill today. That was nice.
It is nice.
And it's really sunny out, and it's already October.
I know, it's October and it's sunshine, right? And I think the question is the sunshine going to last, right?
So?
Is it? Yeah. So let's take a look at the some students on campus today. As you can see, they're outside by Luke's patio. They are enjoying this beautiful weather. They are eating lunch, having conversation, just really taking in this sunshine that we are experiencing, like we said, in October. It is fall, yet it looks like summer. Now let's jump over to the national radar. As you can see, some signs of precipitation. There is a lot going on right here in Washington. They are experiencing some heavy rainfalls. And there is a little bit of this movement going down some spots into California as well, into the Midwest here. Some going on in Texas and up in Oklahoma, moving through the eastern United States. Right now there is the Hurricane Joaquin going on, and they are expecting it to turn to a post-tropical cyclone by this evening. The swells that they're experiencing in the ocean are expected to kind of subside and decrease in the next couple of days. It is moving towards the Bahamas, but good news for those people in the eastern United States. So yeah, just a little bit going on, but let's look at the temperatures that are going on in nationally. As you can see, a lot of green here in the eastern Midwest, and then as far as where we are at, some blue. So what the green is it means averages around the 70s. So overall great weather for the majority of the U.S. Cooler temperatures though, so let's look specifically at Utah. Honestly, not a lot going on. There's a few scattered showers here in the middle by Salt Lake. Logan, we did experience some rainfall yesterday morning, but that cleared up today, and so let's see what the rest of the week is going to bring us. So today, Wednesday, like I said, a lot of sunshine. We're in 71 degrees. As we move on through the rest of the week, though, Thursday it will be a little bit partly cloudy, but still a beautiful 74. The low will be 53. Friday, the temperatures are rising. We're going to be in the 78s, and then Saturday 83 with the low being a 61. And then Sunday and Monday throughout the rest of the ending of the week to the beginning of next week, we're going to be up into the 80s. It's fall, but it is beautiful, and there's a lot of activities that you can get involved with. So get out and enjoy this beautiful weather. There's sports this weekend, so let's see what Amy has for us to go out and experience with this sunshine. Amy.
Thanks, Caroline. Coming up, we'll tell you what record Kent Myers broke at the homecoming game. And men's lacrosse is trying to make it in the big leagues. We'll tell you who they think can get them there.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. The rest of Utah State's football season is looking bright even after quarterback Chucky Keaton sprained his MCL, thanks to backup quarterback Kent Myers. Here's Myers' 26-yard run for a touchdown in his debut. At USU's homecoming game, Myers broke the school record for rushing by a quarterback and ran 191 yards. The previous record of 121 yards was held by Chucky Keaton. This helped propel the team to a 33-18 win over the Colorado State Rams and got USU their first conference win of the season.
I just felt like with my legs, with my feet, and with my speed, I just felt like I knew going into this game that I was going to have an opportunity to do something like this. I didn't think I would rush for 190.
The football team is looking to be 2-0 in conference as they play Fresno State this weekend in Fresno. The volleyball team had a long and disappointing week. On Thursday, USU took on Fresno State. The Aggies started out strong, scoring the first 3 points of the set, including this ace by Carly Wenzen. But they fell behind, losing the first set 19-25. Things were looking up in the second set as Aggies set up blocks like these and kills like this one by Kayla DeCourcy. Despite their win in the second set, USU couldn't keep up with kills like this one from Fresno State. They lost the match 3-1.
We just got to see some stuff better. You know, it's probably a coaching issue more than it is anything else. We didn't prepare them well enough. to kind of go cover that stuff. You know, it's just we just couldn't play well enough for a long enough period of time. That's kind of the bottom line of this whole thing.
On Saturday, Aggies once again started off strong against UNLV with points like this from Lauren O'Brien or this one by Carly Lenzen. The team also maintained a strong defense, leading them to win in the first and third sets. But UNLV stayed more consistent with spikes like this and blocks like this. Utah State continued its losing streak, taking 3-2 against UNLV.
We all have great skills. I believe we believe in our skills, but we just need to muscle through. Sometimes points happen and we just can't take it personally. You know, like next one, I'm just going to crush the next one.
USU also played Boise State last night, losing 3-0 and continuing its 5-game losing streak. The Aggies hope to break that streak this Saturday against San Jose State. Coming off a winning 12-4 record in the spring, the men's lacrosse team has a couple big changes this fall. Utah State has been moved up from MCLA Division II to Division I and will be making the switch with a brand new head coach. Kevin Mann played the past 4 years and decided to try coaching after former coach Atwood accepted another job. Mann says the new conference pits them against powerhouses BYU, Colorado State, and Colorado University, making it one of the hardest conferences in the Mountain West. But if the team can beat those schools, they have a great shot at making it to the national tournament.
We just want to play at the highest level of MCLA lacrosse that we can and come up with some W's against those teams.
On Friday, the Brighton Bengals came to Skyview to try taking down the undefeated Bobcats. Skyview attempts to pass, but the ball goes right to Brighton's Dylan Pierman, who runs it 15 yards. The Bengals have control of the ball, and Simi Fioku catches it, pushing the line of scrimmage just 5 yards from the end zone. A few plays later, they settle with a field goal. Later, Skyview makes a punt, and Kimball Reese touches the ball, making it live, and the Bobcats get possession once again. Now it's Skyview's turn to score a field goal, and the Bobcats go on to win the game 34-24. The Bobcats will challenge the Royals at Roy this Friday. That's all for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
When we come back, we'll show you why some students get to have class outside.
And are these students the real Scotsmen?
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt. And to follow the swimming rules.
You're always looking out for me and trying to keep me safe.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
Here in the garage.
Closet. Sugar box. Under the bed.
Where anyone can get to it.
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Welcome back. The Cache County Coalition Against Domestic Abuse brought the community together on Monday with an event called We Believe in Safe Families. Music played throughout the night as local sexual assault and domestic violence prevention groups sponsored booths with information about the programs. Organizations like CAPSA and the Logan Fire Department taught families where they can go for help if they're ever in need. They also got kids involved by playing games and enjoying treats. At the end of the night, community members held a candlelight vigil to remember the victims of domestic violence from last year.
To kind of honor those that have been victims of domestic violence in our community, and not necessarily limited to that, but that's kind of what it's honoring.
To find out more about the Coalition Against Domestic Abuse, visit our Facebook page.
It's no secret that Utah State is an agricultural school, and some students really take this to heart when it comes to the way they live.
I just feel like a true American, you know, out here doing this, so it feels nice.
For Ian Sroof,
Running a ranch is about more than just trying to make money for school.
My grandpa was a veterinarian, so I had interest in animals since I was young. And then I moved out here and I couldn't pass up this opportunity.
It's about doing what he loves with animals he can care for. Whether he's taking care of his pigs, ducks, or sheep, Ian works hard to make sure that the Levitt Cove Ranch runs smoothly. And it's this kind of small ranch that USU's Sheep and Goat Club says is good for cities like Logan.
If we can even get more small farms going on, I think we can even have a better access to our local foods.
And organizations like the Sheep and Goat Club want to make sure that students like Ian are giving their sheep the best and most effective care possible.
So I give my sheep the best possible care by providing shade for them in the summer and warmth for them in the winter, and then basically all their nutritional needs. So different kinds of grains, different kinds of grasses, and making sure they have enough of it, and also access to water.
Even though small ranches improve local agriculture, having farm animals of your own will often mean having to say goodbye to those cute and cuddly creatures.
I love lambs, so I wouldn't mind to have this place like swimming with lambs because they're really cute. But at the same time, there's like trade-offs because you can't really get attached to them because when you have to sell them to market to be butchered, it can be sad.
Sarah Winder, ATV News.
Students interested in an agriculturally based major can visit caas.usu.edu for more information. Some USU students play the bagpipes in what's called the Scotsman pipe and drum corps. Our Christopher Campbell went to one of the practices to show you what they are all about.
It's an absolute escape. I mean, some people go fly fishing or draw or read to just escape from the day, and for me it's just playing.
Whenever you say you play the bagpipes, they're always like, oh, that's the first person I've ever heard of that plays the bagpipes. There are those that don't like it though, especially the neighbors that when you practice next to their houses.
These USU students who are practicing for an upcoming performance belong to the Scotsman Pipe and Drum Corps. Their leader, Pipe Major Matt Earle, said they get many opportunities to perform, including football games, Veterans Day concerts, and even USU's commencement ceremonies.
Whenever we're performing, they always are so impressed with the music and with the people in the band.
We just keep air going.
Piper Jamie Reynolds demonstrated how to play the pipes, and then she let me try.
The pipers make this look really easy. It took Jamie like 5 minutes to get me so I can actually hold this. But you know, I've actually got some Scottish blood in me being a Campbell, so let's see if maybe I've got some natural talent. Not bad.
Just come out, bam, here we are.
Earl, who started the Corps in 2010 under the direction of Kane College of the Arts Dean Craig Jessup, said the group has come a long way since its inception.
When we started, you maybe have seen on our Facebook page, we all have different kilts and we just look like such a ragtag crew.
Though they may not be matching at practice, their kilts are now uniform during performances. And they are able to play more songs than when they started. Christopher Campbell, ATV News.
Man's best friend received one-of-a-kind blessing on Sunday. St. John's Episcopal Church held an animal blessing for animals both big and small. The church is the only one in Logan that holds an annual blessing for animal blessings in honor of St. Francis of Assisi, patron saint of man's companions. Cache Valley Humane Society and Four Paws were there to receive donations and to get the word out for their organizations.
We are all for it, of course. Anything that will help the animals and help us find them new homes. This is good exposure for our pets. And of course, it's wonderful to have them blessed in this environment.
If you want to make a contribution and help out homeless pets around the valley, hop on over to our Facebook page and we'll give you some information on how. Thanks for joining us on this edition of ATV News. Catch all of the latest editions of ATV News at aggietvnews.com.